Today, we're diving into one of the most important but unknown stories in early American industrial history, the Lowell Mills. It's a story about machine. Let's explore the surprising history of pockets. Let's go way back, like Middle Ages back. Everyone, men and women, used external pouches. Think belt bags, medieval edition. You'd tie them around your waist to carry essentials: coins, keys, herbs, even snacks. Then in the 13th century, people got clever. They started adding slits, called fitchets, to their robes so their pouches would still be accessible when worn under clothing. This came in handy as urbanization increased because so did crime. Now, your personal possessions would stay protected and hidden. Brilliant, right? By the 1500s, women started wearing tie-on pockets. These were actual bags strapped under skirts and accessed through slits. They were huge, like carry a sandwich and a love letter huge. They even embroidered them because even your secret snack satchel deserved flair. But then came the 1700s, and fashion decided to go in two different directions. Men's clothing started incorporating sewn-in pockets, while women continued to utilize tied-on pouches. By the 1800s, skirts got slimmer, and those roomy pockets, they disappeared. Women were handed dainty little reticules, tiny handbags that held next to nothing. They were fashionable but impractical. It was a vibe if your vibe was no independence. Meanwhile, men's clothing was out here evolving. By the 1800s, they had vests, coats, trousers, pockets for days. And this wasn't just a fashion difference, it was a freedom difference. Pockets meant autonomy. You could carry money, notes, and weapons without permission. That brings us to the rational dress movement. In the 1880s, women said, "Enough with the corsets, enough with the nonsense." Women were cycling and working, but the clothes they were supposed to wear, ridiculously restrictive. Corsets, heavy skirts, and bustles. Imagine biking in a floor-length skirt and a tight-laced corset. That's not elegance, that's sabotage. The Rational Dress Society, founded in 1881, had one demand: no dress should deform the figure, impede movement, or injure health. They pushed for looser clothing, divided skirts, bloomers, and yes, pockets that work. Reformers like Lady Harberton and Amelia Bloomer weren't just tweaking fashion. They were fighting the patriarchy one waistband at a time. They were mocked, of course. Newspapers called them dangerous and unfeminine, but their efforts helped to lay the foundation for the clothing we are more familiar with today. In the early 20th century, things were looking up. Women started entering the workforce in bigger numbers, especially during World War I, and they needed clothes that made sense. Utility pockets popped up in uniforms, workwear, and even casual fashion. For a minute, it seemed like function was finally catching up with freedom. Then came the post-World War II era, and fashion did a hard rewind. As men returned from war, women were pushed back into the home and into ultra-feminine, figure-hugging styles. Pockets shrank or vanished completely. Dior's new look? Stunning, sure. But practical? Absolutely not. Tiny waists and full skirts left no room for independence. And unfortunately, we've kind of been stuck there ever since. Today, the average men's jeans pocket is still at least twice as deep as women's. Many women's jackets have fake pockets, literally sewn shut to maintain the silhouette. If women need to carry stuff, the fashion industry says, buy a purse. That's not style, that's a business model. The global handbag market was valued at $56.48 billion in 2024, and it's only projected to increase. But this isn't just about where you put your keys. It's about who gets to move freely, who has the right to carry their life with them, physically and symbolically. Every time you get annoyed by tiny pockets, you're not being dramatic. You're feeling the weight of centuries of control and clever resistance. And every time you find clothes that actually work for your body and your life, that's not just fashion. That's a tiny feminist win. Whether you wear cargo pants or a tiny bag you could lose in your couch cushions, know your history. Because once you do, you realize style is personal, but it's also political. Thanks for watching. Stories that impact women have shaped history, yet have been largely ignored. We're here to tell them loud and clear. Subscribe for more untold stories, surprising facts, and historical game changers you won't find in your history books. See you in the next chapter.